All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we are cracking open the case file on what has got to be one of the most baffling geological anomalies on the planet. I want you to put your investigative journalist hats on with me for this one, because we are analyzing a dossier that continues to absolutely confound scientists and explorers alike. We're talking about a location so remote and physical evidence so bizarre that it really forces us to reconsider what we actually know about the natural world. Welcome to the Siberian Eye, the Patomskiy Crater case file.
So, before we start sifting through the clues, we really need to anchor ourselves with one central question. What exactly lies beneath the Patomskiy Crater? Now, as investigators, it's super easy to get swept up in wild speculation when the data is this unusual, but our goal here is to strictly follow the evidence. Yes, we have a massive physical anomaly right there on the surface, but the real mystery, the true target of our investigation today, is what is hiding deep, deep beneath it.
To set the scene of the incident, we are looking at an environment with exactly zero signs of civilization. I mean, we're situated miles and miles away in the freezing Siberian taiga, and this is a really crucial piece of the puzzle for us. We're not talking about a site just off a main highway where anyone could just waltz in and tamper with the evidence. This structure was discovered in the middle of absolutely nowhere. The extreme isolation means that whatever happened here happened totally far from human eyes. Just reaching it to gather data requires this immense, grueling effort through one of the most unforgiving landscapes on Earth.
As you've gathered, the scene of the incident is a bizarre structure, located miles from civilization and totally surrounded by the freezing Siberian taiga. This complete isolation makes the physical evidence we are about to review so much more inexplicable. Just picture the starkness of that environment, the freezing temperatures, the dense, unyielding forests, and then, suddenly, this massive, utterly bizarre structural formation just interrupting the natural landscape. It's a literal scar on the Earth. And as an investigator, that immediately tells you something highly unusual occurred here.
Okay, let's dive into clue number 1, the biological anomaly.
When the first investigators got a good look at the immediate surroundings of the crater, they spotted a deeply unsettling pattern in the local flora. You see, normally when a massive geological event happens, say a meteorite impact or a volcanic eruption, it basically destroys life. It leaves a dead zone. But the data from the Patomskiy Crater, it revealed something entirely different, and frankly, astonishing. The environment wasn't just surviving, it was actively reacting to some unseen stimulus.
Get this, we're talking about accelerated tree growth. The trees surrounding the crater are growing at an unnatural, highly accelerated speed compared to normal taiga vegetation. In those harsh, freezing conditions, vegetation is supposed to grow incredibly slowly. Yet, the biological data shows that the trees right around this structure are basically in overdrive compared to the normal vegetation just a short distance away. It's almost as if the area is being fed by an unknown energy source that is hyper-stimulating the whole ecosystem.
Moving right along to clue number 2, the subterranean metallic anomaly.
Let's look at a quick subterranean data breakdown. In the known column, ground-penetrating technology revealed something staggering. A massive, dense anomaly with a metallic composition. But over in the unknown column, we have absolutely no clue about its exact origin or how on Earth a massive piece of metal got buried deep beneath a remote structure in Siberia. We have the verifiable data on its density and its makeup, sure, but a total blank space on where it came from. The readings from this buried object are so concentrated, so out there, that serious leading experts are actually being forced to put some highly unconventional theories on the table. Like, are we looking at a crashed UFO? Or maybe an ancient power source? The scientific instruments aren't just picking up a normal chunk of iron ore. It's emitting or reflecting signals that mimic what you'd expect from an advanced power source or some artificial craft that went down and got swallowed up by the Earth. This is one of those rare moments where strict geology bumps right up against science fiction.
And that brings us to the turning point in our investigation, the human cost of 2005.
Tracking the timeline of the 2005 investigation. Prior to 2005, the site was really just a strange visual anomaly in the taiga. But in 2005, a dedicated scientific expedition finally went in with the right equipment and officially detected that dense underground anomaly we were just talking about. They were right on the verge of uncovering exactly what was buried down there. And then, in late 2005, the investigation just abruptly stopped with the sudden and completely mysterious death of the expedition leader.
The mysterious death of the expedition leader. I mean, in any investigation, when your lead suddenly passes away right at the very moment of a breakthrough, it casts this massive, dark shadow over the entire case. It took this fascinating geological puzzle and turned it into a story with a very real, very grave human cost. The mysterious nature of his passing illustrates the inherent danger of this site, and honestly, it just deepened the whole enigma of the crater.
So, it's time to look at the suspects and start evaluating the prevailing theories.
Who or what is our primary suspect here? Investigators are basically torn between three main theories. Step 1, it's a strange natural phenomenon. Step 2, a highly unusual meteorite impact. Or Step 3, definitely the most controversial, an artificial object. We have to methodically test these possibilities to see which suspect actually fits the profile we've built.
Let's put them head to head. On one side, we have a natural phenomenon, or meteorite impact. A standard meteorite definitely explains a crater. But does it cause the surrounding trees to grow at accelerated speeds? Does it leave a massive, dense metallic signature that behaves like a power source? Probably not. On the other side, an artificial object left behind perfectly explains the anomaly and the strange energy, but taking that route requires accepting a reality totally outside of conventional science. Both sides of the ledger leave us with some really unsettling questions.
Reviewing all the anomalies in this case file leaves us staring down one final, unavoidable question that demands further investigation. We've looked at the absolute isolation, the unnatural biological growth, those intense subterranean metallic readings, and the tragic human cost of seeking the truth. The dossier remains open, the evidence sits waiting out there in the freezing taiga. So what exactly is buried beneath the Siberian ice? Keep questioning the data, guys, and until next time, keep exploring the unknown.